Check, mic check. Hi, friends. This is my song for the Loopop Mega Contest. Um, so thank you, Loopop. Also, I guess thank you, Jacob, Benn. I don't know those Ben is all of them are in it. Whoever else. Um, Thank you to Superbooth for these sounds. First, I would like to say that this has been great for my music making because I'm guessing because there was an actual goal to this. It helped me to sit down and focus and really get this song together. Most of the time we sit down and we just start, throwing stuff together, and it just we work on the same song for 2, 3 weeks, and then just finally be like forget it and start a new one. But this happened one other time. I won a remix contest with like 4 or 5 other people to make a remix of a certain song, and the same thing happened. Since I had a set goal, I sat down and I was focused, and I had my focus and determination, and was more into this, was more into the music making process. And so I, I'm going to try to maybe incorporate that into my future process, give myself some kind of goal or end result, instead of just sitting down and like, oh, let me grab this, let me grab that sound, maybe they'll sound good together. And especially, I do mostly house and techno, kind of progressive, deep stuff. Um, and so a lot of these sounds typically wouldn't be something I would grab, out of a regular sample pack. Um, and so everything is done in Ableton simpler, every track. And so having to go in here and create, our own sound from, just random samples. I mean, it's kind of similar to making a remix. I was given the stems, and you pretty much just chop it up and do whatever you want to with it, and that's kind of what this is. So, um, but obviously, a lot of these sounds seem mostly modular, especially the drums and stuff. I'm assuming all those were done on modular, and the noise, which I only found like a couple noise, like white noise type stuff, which I had to make more whitey, I guess, more whitish noise. It almost sounded kind of like filtered pink noise or something. I'm not sure. So I'll start with the kick here. One of the kicks, and then I added a drum bus and EQ8. Beefed that up a little bit. A lot of everything else was doubled up. The hats. um, Snare was doubled up. Actually, I think maybe one of those. And a lot of these, like the textures and atmospheres, I just kind of took some of these sounds and just pretty much, I mean, just like any sample, you would just kind of find your own place in the waveform, especially this bass line here. If you can see, I really zoomed in just to get an actual typical waveform, and then added the LFO to modulate the overdrive up and down. Almost kind of like a filter cut off a little bit, but it works better in the song, the overdrive, than a filter. Same thing with atmospheres and stuff. And this vocal chop here came from this one. So you hear that, and then you can kind of find it in here. So, anyways, and then here the white noise did the best I could with these samples. So yeah, they sound more like pink noise to me, I guess. But I added, what was it? The what do you call it? Vocoder. Oh no, not vocoder. That's right. I did the resonator and reverb on these. Um, Everything's done in Ableton 10 Suite. Um, I got to say, after 3 years of using different plugins and stuff, the more I've learned about the music process, I've leaned more to just using what's inside of Ableton. And so I think one of the rules was not using, try to at least use basically stuff that was either included in the DAW or stuff that was free for that everyone had access to and stuff. So we'll start with the beginning of the track here. This texture here, let's see. It just felt like it kind of connected the kick and the atmosphere. If I turn it off, it's very faint, but if I turn it back on, you notice it. Obviously, this isn't, mixed and mastered, so maybe it's not going to come through that well, but on my end, it sounds decent at least. So, and the bass line, which was this one here, there it is. Most of this done in C minor. And to be honest, I think these three atmospheres right here, let's see, kind of tied a lot of it together. So like I said, this was a great opportunity for me, because this really helped me remember a lot of the music making process that I, especially down here with these chords and stuff, with the leads and stuff like that. Like this sound here, this little ting sound, I don't even know what it is. Let me get to it here. If I listen to it, I started off with an arpeggiator, and then honestly, I always forget about the chord and scale and stuff, and so this really helped me remember to use a lot of the MIDI effects because I always forget that they're in here in Ableton. And the same thing I think I did up here. This was another texture. Yeah, there it is. So I'm gonna go ahead and play I guess the first 2 or 3 minutes of this song. That way, Loopop has something for the contest. So here we go. that was pretty much the much of the song. Um, Again, man, I feel so much a lot better about my own musical process after going after this experience. So again, thank you guys.